It's the story of a man named Brady.
Now the story of a wealthy family.
The title sequence, the opening credits, the intro.
Sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air.
At their simplest, they tell us what we're watching. But they also prepare us to leave the real world behind and enter into a curated one.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension.
And the best intros are artistic feats of tone, aesthetic, pace, and theme. But chances are,
So how do I start?
you skip them. And all the countless, meticulous hours that went into creating it, swept away with the effortless click of a button. Netflix gave you that option, starting in 2017. The other streaming platforms weren't far behind. Suddenly, the gap between one episode and the next, between cliffhanger and relief, was gone. So instead of the artistry at the beginning of Westworld, or the heavy-handed time-lapse for House of Cards, or the menacing tranquility of Twin Peaks, you are thrust seamlessly into the next episode. Title sequences are almost as old as TV itself. They've been branding,
Presented by the Colgate-Palmolive Company, makers of Colgate Dental Cream.
a way to show the famous names about to grace the screen, or introduce the ones that will soon be household names. An almost Pavlovian sonic cue. And when rousing music, beautiful graphic design, and the sylvan touch of an editor all combine, it can be better than the show itself, or at least the show's ending. But where is there room for that in the binging era? Streaming platforms make money capturing and holding your attention, and that little skip intro button makes frictionless binging that much harder to stop.
The cast list will be posted after you skip the main titles.
Though it would seem that the end of the intro is near, title designs only gotten evolutionarily more exotic in the streaming era. Sure, some shows have taken an approach that can only be described as 2 seconds or less. But at Imaginary Forces, one of the best visual design houses in the game, they're still working away at crafting intros so good, you wouldn't dare skip them.
Yeah, that's what creators do. It's like when you stream it and everyone makes a meal out of marathon the entire season in a weekend. It's like, we don't want them to skip intro.
It's our battle. That's what we're battling against, right?
While it's doubtful you've heard of Imaginary Forces, you've definitely seen their work across the streaming landscape.
So when I was 6, maybe, dating myself, Batman, the TV show, came on, I think it was ABC, Tuesday night. I mean, I remember this. The first thing that you see is Batman and Robin running straight at camera with that great theme, and they're running straight at you. I mean, I remember sitting there as a 6-year-old thinking that I was going to explode from excitement and pure joy. Like, that moment, it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. The skip button that we all first know is on YouTube, which is skip ads, right? Which I always thought was the weirdest thing ever. If I'm an advertiser and you give the audience not only the offer, but the prompt to skip me, it's basically saying, like, you're totally disposable. That's my worry, that prompt of skip title sequence will give people, skip intro, will give people that sense, like, this isn't worth your time because we're giving you this prompt to skip it. But I also understand, do you want to sit through the sequence every time? Sometimes yes, sometimes you don't want to. So so the form, it has to change and adapt. And so we can do a title sequence for a show where the title reveal for that episode is different from one episode to the next. I mean, title sequences are there for a reason. They're a message to the audience that the filmmakers respect their attention. It's an invitation to enjoy this presentation. We don't need to be like the company that is defending title sequences. Like, the best defense of a title sequence is someone who just wants to see it every time, right? Make it good enough that people don't skip it. They want to see it.
Maybe the skip intro button is not the end of an era, but a catalyst for more clever and engrossing opens. And who knows, maybe some